Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Before we dive into today's massive breaking news that is shaking the entire globe, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update on the most critical geopolitical events. We have a lot of ground to cover today, so let's get right into it. In an unprecedented and historic escalation that is fundamentally altering the landscape of the Middle East, Iranian state media has officially confirmed the death of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The 86-year-old cleric, who has wielded absolute, unquestioned authority over the Islamic Republic of Iran since 1989, was killed in a highly coordinated, devastating joint airstrike conducted by the United States and Israel. The fatal attack took place in the early hours of February 28, 2026, striking the very heart of the Iranian regime. According to deep cover intelligence sources, U.S. and Israeli forces capitalized on highly sophisticated tracking systems to pinpoint a high-level meeting between Khamenei and his top military aides. This critical meeting, which was originally scheduled for the evening, was abruptly moved to the morning. Recognizing this sudden shift, Allied forces launched their strike early to maintain the ultimate element of surprise, preventing the Supreme Leader from evacuating to a secure bunker. Satellite imagery provided by Airbus revealed dark, thick plumes of smoke billowing from Khamenei's heavily fortified compound in central Tehran. The images showed severe structural damage to the nerve center of Iran's theocratic leadership, an area situated near a university that serves as the ultimate decision-making hub of the nation. Tragically, the massive bombardment also claimed a heavy personal toll on the Supreme Leader's inner circle. State media confirmed that several of Khamenei's family members who were present at the residence perished in the attack, including his daughter, his son-in-law, his daughter-in-law, and a grandson. However, the airstrikes went far beyond just targeting the Supreme Leader. They effectively decapitated the upper echelons of Iran's entire military and defense establishment. Confirmed dead alongside Khamenei are some of the most powerful and feared figures in the nation. Among the casualties is Major General Mohammad Pakpour, the commander of the Elite Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, and Ali Khamenei, a highly influential senior advisor and former secretary of the Supreme National Security Council. The precision strikes also eliminated Armed Forces Chief of Staff Abdolrahim Musavi and Defense Minister Aziz Nasserzadeh, leaving a massive, unprecedented vacuum in the country's military chain of command. In Washington, U.S. President Donald Trump quickly took to his Truth Social platform to announce the success of the historic operation. Trump declared that Khamenei could not escape our highly sophisticated intelligence and tracking systems, stating that neither the Supreme Leader nor the generals alongside him could do anything to stop the precision assault. The U.S. president framed the assassination as a monumental victory, calling it the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. Trump issued a stern warning that heavy, uninterrupted bombing would continue until true peace is achieved across the Middle East, noting intelligence reports which suggest that many Iranian security personnel no longer want to fight and are actively seeking amnesty. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and senior Israeli officials corroborated the success of the mission, confirming that Khamenei's body had been officially located within the rubble of the compound. Inside Iran, the reaction has been a volatile mixture of profound shock, official mourning, and widespread chaos. State television anchors openly wept on live broadcasts as they delivered the news, referring to Khamenei as a great scholar and warrior who had attained martyrdom. The Iranian government immediately declared 40 days of national mourning and announced a 7-day public holiday across the nation to honor the fallen leader. Thousands of regime supporters poured into the streets of Tehran, gathering at Revolution Square and Tehran University, waving flags and chanting furious slogans against the United States and Israel. To manage this sudden, catastrophic leadership void, Iran has rapidly formed a 3-person transitional council comprised of incumbent President Masoud Pezeshkian, Judiciary Chief Gholam Hossein Mohseni Ejei, and a selected member of the Guardian Council. But the ultimate responsibility for choosing the next Supreme Leader lies with the 88-member Assembly of Experts. Speculation is already mounting over potential successors. Mojtaba Khamenei, the 56-year-old son of the late leader, is considered a prominent candidate due to his deep entrenched ties with the IRGC and the Basij paramilitary forces. However, hereditary succession is traditionally frowned upon by Shiite clerics, leaving the door wide open for other figures like conservative cleric Alireza Arafi or the more moderate Hassan Khomeini, grandson of the Republic's founder. The fallout from the assassination was instantaneous and explosive. Vowing crushing, unforgettable revenge, the IRGC launched a massive retaliatory campaign dubbed True Promise 4, involving hundreds of ballistic missiles and suicide drones. This staggering barrage targeted Israeli defense headquarters in Tel Aviv, the Tel Nof Air Base, and an astounding 27 United States military bases spread across the Middle East. Sirens wailed across Israel as air defense systems scrambled to intercept the incoming threats, while huge explosions were reported near U.S. installations in Qatar, Bahrain, the United Arab Emirates, and Iraq. In Dubai, debris from intercepted drones sparked a fire at a luxury hotel, and in Bahrain, a high-rise building was struck. Unfortunately, the sheer scale of the U.S.-Israeli strikes across 20 of Iran's 31 provinces also resulted in heavy civilian casualties. Iranian officials reported that a tragic strike hit the Sarouya Tayyab Girls' School in Manab during daylight hours, killing at least 85 students and injuring 60 others. Another strike on a sports and residential complex in Lamard left at least 18 civilians dead, drawing fierce condemnation from Tehran, who labeled the attacks as blatant war crimes. The international community has been plunged into a state of high alert as the specter of an all-out regional war looms large. At a hurriedly convened emergency session of the United Nations Security Council, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres fiercely condemned the strikes by the U.S. and Israel. He warned the 15-member body that such aggressive military action carries the absolute risk of igniting an uncontrollable chain of events in the world's most volatile region. Guterres urged an immediate cessation of hostilities and warned of severe, long-lasting consequences for global stability. During the 10th UN session, U.S. Ambassador Mike Waltz vehemently defended the strikes as completely lawful and absolutely necessary. He stated that preventing a radical regime from finalizing its nuclear ambitions is not a matter of politics, but a matter of global security. Israeli Ambassador Danny Danon echoed this firm stance, declaring that the preemptive strikes were crucial to neutralize an existential threat and to stop extremism before it becomes unstoppable. Conversely, Iran's UN Ambassador Amir Saeed Iravani denounced the operation as a crime against humanity, while Russian and Chinese envoys expressed deep concern, demanding an immediate halt to what they termed as U.S. and Israeli aggression. As the dust struggles to settle over Tehran, the world watches with bated breath. Iran's military apparatus, despite being severely crippled at the very top, remains fully engaged in a fiery, multi-front retaliation. The United States and Israel stand ready with their forces on maximum alert, preparing for what could be a prolonged and devastating regional conflict. The death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, a man who shaped Iran's fierce anti-Western stance for nearly 4 decades, undoubtedly marks the end of an era. But it may also be the violent beginning of a new, highly unpredictable and dangerous chapter in the history of the Middle East. The situation on the ground is developing rapidly, and the global fallout from this historic assassination is only just beginning. We will be right here to bring you the latest, most accurate updates as soon as they break. If you found this report informative, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and turn on notifications. We want to hear from you. What do you think will happen next in the Middle East? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay informed, stay safe, and we will see you in the next video.